Hello everybody, my name's Darryl. I'm from Essex Country and Village Homes in Manningtree. We are estate agents, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the property market and in particular our thoughts and views on the unexpected and recent referendum result, which is Brexit. We've all probably heard quite a lot of contrasting opinions, and it doesn't seem as if we have a viable plan for our own governance or our exit strategy at this moment in time, which creates uncertainty. And you'll see over the last couple of days that the financial markets have retracted, not in our opinion as severe as the black days in 2008, where there were serious reductions and loss of equity value in stocks and shares. But it is a worrying sign, and without doubt there is going to be a transitional period as we wait for some leadership to step in and pave the way for our journey ahead. So it's going to be a long and arduous sort of break-up, divorce if you like, with the EU, which some are saying could last as long as two years. So many people who may have been thinking to buy may just wait and see as to what happens. I think the key for certainly my part of North Essex, Colchester A12 corridor, the villages to the north and the east, this is a very strong and on the radar retirement zone and commuter belt. So we must pay attention to what's happening in London, and prime property prices in London are without a doubt starting to come off of their highs of this year. But let's take this into consideration. The highs of this year have surpassed the peak of the market in 2007. They have moved very quickly to that period, to these high prices, and that has mainly been driven by lack of supply. Anyone who's been looking for a home, the struggle is real, and also low interest rates. So we've had lots of people having access to cheap money and able to utilise those products to get onto the market. Before that, we had early access to pensions, and because of the low savings rates, many people have seen property, bricks and mortar, as a stable investment, one which, if you give a long-term plan to, will appreciate in value. And who can argue with that over the last 40 years? So things are going to take time. We've already started before the referendum to see some cooling off in the market, which was predominantly started, if you like, by the new stamp duty charges, which came into play for second homes and investors making their entire purchase, the normal fees that you would pay, bolting on an additional 3% for second homes and investor buyers. So we saw a nice rush up until those regulations came in, and we have seen it start to cool up. The bottom end of the market is still performing exceptionally well. Supply is outstripping, demand is outstripping the supply as it stands at this moment. So it's a tough one to say. There are lots of options available to people who undoubtedly will want to get on with their lives, and we really must remember that we have a housing crisis in this country, and transactions have to happen. People will have to move, and people will want to realise their dreams. And ultimately, everything is relative. It's only if you are entering the market or if you're exiting the market that price is going to impact your plans personally. So it may be an uncertain time. Good quality houses which are priced accordingly will always sell, and this was true throughout the last recession, to be fair. Another option to consider if you want to get moved is to look at equity release, perhaps, or indeed in conjunction with letting your own property out. Rents, like house prices, have moved on considerably, and we're often inundated with half a dozen to a dozen inquiries per quality rental property that we bring to the market, and we are often in a wonderful position for our landlords to cherry pick the very best tenants from the very best proven background with affordability checks, guarantors if required. But bottom line is landlords have a wonderful scenario right now where they can cherry pick, as I say, the very best tenants for their properties. And with the new stamp duty, we may have seen a shuffle, and we may even see less supply coming to the market for rental properties, which, basic economics would put an upward pressure continuously on rental prices. So it's not all doom and gloom. At the end of the day, we will see how things happen, and we will trust in the powers and be to deliver policies that stabilise the financial markets, hopefully sooner rather than later. Thanks for watching, and if we can ever help with your property needs, do look us up. Essex Country and Village Homes in Manningtree, 01206 589 109. Thanks.